Hey everyone, I'm Eric Jackson. Today, I'm going to show you how to deploy a cutting-edge LLM on Kubernetes in less than 150 lines of code. You'll learn how to spin up a Kubernetes cluster with NVIDIA H100 GPUs using Voltage Park, fetch your Hugging Face token, apply your YAML manifest, and even interact with the model via a slick web UI. Let's get started. Before jumping in, make sure you have a Voltage Park account, a Hugging Face account, and kubectl, the Kubernetes CLI tool, installed on your device. Here's our roadmap. Deploy a Kubernetes cluster in Voltage Park, obtain and configure your Hugging Face token, walk through and apply the Kubernetes manifest, verify the Kubernetes pods and services, and finally, demo the open web UI frontend. Ready? Let's log in. Head to voltagepark.com and sign in. On the top navigation, click Deploy GPUs. Then, select the Manage Kubernetes add-on. After clicking Continue, you can name your cluster and select the SSH keys to add to the GPU instances. You can skip adding storage as it's not needed for this demo. Click Continue again, review the details, and then click Deploy. At this point, the cluster will begin provisioning. It will take a few minutes to deploy, so I'll fast forward through this. Great, the cluster is now deployed. Scrolling down, you can download the kubeconfig file to use later in the demo. Next, log into huggingface.co. Click your avatar, access tokens, and then create token. Give your token a name and read permissions. Click Create Token, then copy the token. We'll use this in our manifest to cache the model locally. We're now ready to deploy the model and the web front end. Here's the manifest. Let's break it down. We first create a namespace for the project. Then we create a persistent volume and PVC to store the model weights. Next, we create the VLLM deployment. This is where the model lives. We provide our Hugging Face token so the deployment can fetch the weights for us. We also create a service to expose the model within the cluster. Finally, we deploy Open Web UI as a browser front end. We create another service to expose this UI. To apply the manifests, first point your kubectl to the kubeconfig we downloaded earlier. Then, run kubectl apply. After a few minutes, the model weights have been fetched and the pods are ready. Let's set up the port forward and check out the final result. Switching to the browser, we now see the web UI front end. It prompts us to set up an account and log in. Note that this account is local to your cluster. Finally, we can use the chat feature to interact with the model. I'll ask a simple math question, the largest prime number less than 100. After a bit of reasoning, the model returns the correct answer. We've now seen how to deploy DeepSeek R1 Distill Llama 3 8B on Kubernetes with Voltage Park. You can find the full manifest in the GitHub repo linked below. If you enjoyed this walkthrough, hit the like button and follow me on LinkedIn for updates. See you next time.